Hey y'all, welcome back to Poplar Creek Farm. I'm gonna do a little evening garden walk. As you can see, my yard is just full of clover, which is awesome for the bees. We just honestly haven't mowed. Our lawnmower is actually broken right now. So we have my uncle's lawnmower that we can use, but we just haven't really used it a whole lot. And the bees are probably loving it. So I'll show you guys. I think a lot of these are sunflowers in here. I'm like 99% sure a good portion of these flowers that are in here are sunflowers, and I am so excited. I cannot wait to see them all. My grapes have grown a ton. Yeah, just leave it. So the garden is just overall looking really glorious.
You want to pick something?
We'll see. My tomato plants that I planted later along here obviously need to be tied up some, but have grown so much. I have no idea what you're saying. You want some of the Swiss chard? Go ahead and take a piece.
We'll bake it. Bake it, please.
Why don't you eat it? You can eat it fresh. Go ahead. Like kale. You're a mess, girl. So I've started harvesting the kohlrabi, and as you see, quite a few are harvested. I do still have some smaller ones, and then these ones I left. These ones we will still eat. We'll just cut off the bad part, which is fine. But then I'm going to, once these are all out, I'm going to plant this whole row with some more beans, a couple cabbages that have sprouted. But I can't really replace them because it's just like a few here and there. And the rest of the cabbages are doing great. These cabbages are just gorgeous. I'm obsessed. Yeah, this one's close to being ready. I'll probably harvest it soon before the buggies get it. So these are my Brussels sprouts. They're not doing too hot. Or not doing anything. I mean, they're fine. They're just not doing anything yet. Kale. More kale. If kale doesn't start selling soon at the market, I'm probably going to pull out a good amount of these plants because I'll replant it for the fall anyways. I'll pull out like half of them and plant other things so that I can actually sell stuff, but they're not selling at the market yet. I started pulling up some rutabagas. These are purple top rutabagas. And the white stuff you see on this is just diatomaceous earth that didn't totally wash off. I also had some purple rutabaga, some yellow rutabagas. I had one that was like split open, so I went ahead and harvested it. It wasn't quite as big as it should be, but it was split. And my beets are doing pretty well. They're getting pretty good size, so I'll start harvesting these soon. A lot of them are in like bunches, so I'll harvest the one, like if there's one, like that one's big and this one's not, so I'll try to keep that one in. And I've started harvesting some of these beets, which are, oh man, I don't remember the variety, but they're pretty. They're like pink and white striped on the inside, and they're really, really, really tasty. We just grilled some the other night and they were delicious. Carrots, more tomato plants over here. But carrots, oh, and these horrible Japanese beetles, they're everywhere. So these carrots are still kind of small, so they still need a little bit longer. We'll let them go. Unfortunately, some of them are starting to flower, but we'll try to keep them going as long as we can. The peas are surprisingly still doing okay. I mean, obviously some of them are starting to get heat damaged, but they're still producing, they're still blossoming, so I'm leaving them in as long as I can. That's a weed. And try to get as much out of them as I can, obviously. Again, you can see some of them are just really heat damaged. But, I mean, look at all those blossoms. Those are all gonna be pea babies. I don't like touching Japanese beetles. I hate them, but they're just everywhere. And I don't dare put anything out because if you use those bags are not, they don't discriminate, and they will kill bees as well, or else I would absolutely use them. But they kill bees, they kill pollinators. So to me, it's just not worth it. These peas are really just starting to take off, and look at, like, they're doing spectacular. I'll take it. These are my cabbages. Just regular green cabbage. And they are, I think, going to be destroyed. Ooh, I wonder what bug egg that is. Don't know. So I'm going to assume those are not good. I'm probably Japanese beetles or something, because they're shiny like the beetles are. I don't really know. But I'm gonna kill those because I'm not sure what they are. But I have a lot of signs of cabbage worms on these. Let's see if we've got any more peppers. Lots of blossoms. No! How did my pepper? Oh, my baby pepper. Oh, I'm so sad. I suck at growing peppers. I don't even know. Is that a bug? Is that... I don't know. Oh, and I've got cabbage beetles, or potato beetles now. Oh my goodness. Pests this year. No, I don't like spraying. Holy moly, I did not even realize how many I have. Well, I guess I'm pulling potatoes this week because they are just covering these plants. No, I don't spray pesticides, Callie. Look at that damage. Horrible. Oh, and those look like, I don't even, are those aphids? They might be aphids. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, that one is going straight out. I don't even care about the potatoes on that.
Where's the potato?
I don't think there were any, but I'm getting it out of my garden. Okay, so I'm definitely going to harvest potatoes, even if they're small, because I don't want to add pest pressure for following years. Ugh. I was going to get the cool little potato things, too. The little, not that you can eat them, but the little flowers and little fruit on them. You know, your first year gardening somewhere new is like, wow, this is awesome, because there's not pest pressure, or not as much. And then after you've been gardening 1 year, the pests start returning year after year, and the pressure becomes significantly more. And I'm definitely noticing that this year. Japanese beetles are a lot worse this year. Now I've got these potato beetles, aphids, it looks like. Luckily, I do have lots of ladybugs in this area, so I'm not really super worried about the aphids. I don't think I need to be, at least, but we'll see. Just frustrating. Finally, I'm getting some lettuces that I can actually utilize. I'm excited about that bunch right there. These banana peppers are still doing good. Look at that. Look at that mess. Ugh. Time to squish some beetles. Beetle massacre. Oh, there's still one. And right there. Right there. Ugh. Let's look at more peppers. Oh, red hot. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. This one's still, it's you can tell it's gonna start to turn colors soon, but it's just not quite there. Ugh. So angry. Cucumbers have definitely been affected by cucumber beetles, and some blight, it looks like, or some powdery mildew. But I have been spraying them with a copper fungicide that is organic, so hopefully some of, I mean, this is pest, but then some of it is also fungus and bacteria and whatnot, so hopefully that'll help. The zucchini are getting bigger. I was looking at pictures actually of my garden last year, and a couple days from now is when I had my first zucchini, and these are nowhere near that. So I'm a little behind for whatever reason, but it is what it is. I can't do anything about it now. Oh my gosh, look at all those potato beetles. Ew, they squish like orange. Ow. Ugh. And what I will do with all of this, the foliage from it, because it's not great to put into your compost if they have pests, if they have a significant amount of pests. So I will probably just throw them into like the burn pit or something. We'll see. My kids decided they were planting tomatoes in the middle of the garden. I know. Look at this row of beans. Look how perfect that germination is. Wow. And right here too. They're doing really good. Watermelon's doing spectacular.
Wow.
Behind you.
What watermelon?
Yeah. And my random tomato plant that came up and I'm just leaving. It's going crazy.
Hey.
Yeah, it's got some blossoms.
Oh.
That's my garlic bed. Whoops. Yeah, watermelon. Beans look good. Tomatoes. So I was looking at pictures last year too of my tomatoes, and I actually had quite a few baby fruits on my tomatoes, which actually, the baby tomato.
I see.
But I had bigger, like, good size baby fruits on last year at this point. But my tomato plants were all like that size. So this growth right here is much better, and overall that should allow for more fruiting over the time that they're in the ground, which is a good thing for sure, because all these tomato plants, other than them needing a little bit of water, are looking spectacular. And I may water them tonight. I may wait till tomorrow. It's supposed to be 90 degrees tomorrow.
Is that hot?
Yeah, very hot. It's just crazy. These were just a week or two more in the pot than these were, and it's just such a big difference. But lots of blossoms, lots and lots of blossoms. And I shouldn't deal with any issues with pollination, seeing as I have the bees. This plant is so tall. It's good. I mean, it's about as tall as Callie.
What?
This plant. It's almost as tall as you. Oh, that looks like a fasciated blossom. Yep.
What?
Oops, I didn't mean to pick off the whole thing. This is one of those blossoms that I'll pull off because it's more than one blossom in one, and will just not do super well. Italian Heirloom seems to put a lot of those on. This was one that, this is a Dr. Witchy's, and I am going to baby the heck out of this thing because it was the only one that actually survived, and it was teeny tiny when I put it out here. Look at all these blossoms. Hopefully we'll have lots of baby tomatoes soon. And beans should be starting to produce very soon. They should be blossoming very soon. Yeah. Yeah, the ones on there are getting really big. Clearly I need to get out here and tie up tomato plants too.
No.
Yeah, tie them up to the fence so that they don't fall over. Oh, baby tomato. Couple baby tomatoes here. What is this one? That's an Italian Heirloom. Awesome. I should have so many tomatoes this year. Look at these. They're getting so close to opening right up. And then they will produce. That's where the beans will be. Let's see on these ones. These are a lot more of the cherry tomatoes, and they a lot of times produce faster. Those are marigolds. I don't really see any baby tomatoes on them. I see lots of blossoms. Oh, yes, I do. Baby tomatoes. Well, I was feeling really confident about my garden and like really good about things because things are just growing better than ever before. Before I did this garden walk, I felt really great. And now, not so much. It's just very frustrating seeing all these pests. I mean, I grow organically. This is what I'm gonna see. I'm going to see pests. I'm going to see diseases. I'm going to see damage, things like that. It is what it is. We try to prevent them. We try to manage them as best we can in an organic way, and trying to be as symbiotic with nature as possible. Doesn't always work out super well. Those potato beetles are really, really, really bad. I did not realize that was going to be such a problem because I didn't have them last year at all. Not a single one. I knew cucumber beetles would be bad because they were bad last year. And I knew cabbage worms and stuff would come, and I've seen lots of the white butterflies that are the cabbage worms flying around, so I knew that they'd be around. But in the Japanese beetles, those are always around.
They're the white butterflies.
Yeah, can you not hit me? But man, I should expect some of the other things. Luckily, the tomatoes, I don't see any pest damage yet. Knock on dirt. Any buggies? I don't see any buggy damage. But because potatoes are a nightshade and peppers are a nightshade, the tomatoes could be affected by some of the same things. So I'm hoping that, being that they're on that side of the garden, they won't be. And like I said, I'm gonna get those potatoes out this week for sure. As soon as I can, really.
You can't do that much one day.
No. We have been so busy. We've been I do 3 markets a week. I do Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday. I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then we also added in doing firewood, and I'm doing a market tomorrow, it's kind of an event at a local gym that's opening a new location. They're opening up a new location, so we're, going to be a vendor there. So I don't get Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday this week is all the markets or all the events. It's going to be a long day tomorrow, 9 to 5. And then we also, we've had all today. My husband was doing firewood, and we had loads after loads. And then we have a 10-cord load that we have to start working on this week. So it's just so busy, so insane, hard to keep up with things. And I think that's why I'm not noticing the pests as much or as quickly. So I need to be out here more, and I need to be spending more time here, not just coming out here once a week to weed and harvest here and there. So, and we'll get things managed in the best way possible without hurting my pollinator friends. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. Remember, we're going today for a better tomorrow. Please like and subscribe and join me on the next one. You are so messy.